Magic Mask is an incredible tool available in DaVinci Resolve Studio. It saves a massive amount of time by automating subject selections. This is very useful for selective color grades, putting text behind subject, background replacements, and much more. However, there's one major flaw. Magic masks need to be tracked before rendering, and although this is done automatically, it still takes some time to process. Depending on your system and the length of the clip, it can take seconds, minutes, or even hours. The issue is that all that time and your computer's hard work can go to waste. There are just too many things that can cause Magic Mask track data to get lost. Trim the clip, you'll need to retract the Magic Mask. Add the clip to a compound and decompose it back, you'll need to retract. Crop the clip, you get the idea. This isn't a big deal for a 10-second clip, but if you're working on a Magic Mask for a person in an hour-long podcast, that retract might hit hard. It even makes me feel nostalgic for Premiere Pro. So let's address this issue. Here on the color page, I have a Magic Mask created and tracked with all the settings exactly how I want them. An important thing to note here is that you need to fully configure your Magic Mask and make sure there are no issues throughout the clip. After our manipulations, you won't be able to change these settings or add or remove strokes. Basically, we want to set our Magic Mask in stone by rendering it out. Thankfully, it's easy to do. Connect the blue output of our node to the main green output here. Now return to the Edit tab. Our clip is now black and white, and that's how we want it to be. Right-click the clip and select Render in Place. For the Magic Mask, the H.264 codec is sufficient and doesn't take much space. As you can see, the render is much faster compared to mask tracking. The final project export will also take less time compared to rendering out a standard Magic Mask. When the render is complete, duplicate the clip by dragging it higher while holding Option or Alt for Windows. And now right-click the clip and select Decompose to Original. Switch to the color page. The Magic Mask track data is gone, but we don't need that anymore anyway. Reset the Magic Mask by doing a right-click in the Node Tree area and selecting Reset All. Return to the Edit page. Next step is required only if the clip with the Magic Mask is not the same length as the original video file. Otherwise, your mask and the clip timecodes won't align properly. I prefer to do this anyway and rename the compound for easier navigation, either sequentially or with the mask starting timecode. Right-click the top clip, select New Compound Clip, give it a name, something you will understand, and I prefer to include a start time as well. Hit Create. Now get back to the Color tab. Here we need the Media Pool tab. If it's not active, click it. And here you'll see all our clips, including the render. I prefer to rename the render as well and include the starting time code. It makes using masks much easier, especially if there are lots of them, as we have the same names and time codes on both the mask and original clip. Now drag and drop our render into the node tree. This will create an external matte node. If you want to use the Magic Mask for color grading purposes, while keeping the background, simply connect the top blue output of the matte node to the blue input of the corrector node. Then proceed with the grade in the node, which will affect only the white area of the mask. If you want it the other way around, navigate to the node's matte settings and click the invert toggle. If you want to output only the mask, for example to put a text behind a subject, do the following. Right-click an empty space in the node tree, select Add Alpha Output and connect the top blue output of the external matte to the main blue output. After returning to the edit page, you'll get only the subject with a transparent background. You can move this clip up, duplicate it, put a text plus between those two tracks, and reset the color grade on the bottom clip to bring back the background. And we're done. This workaround helps keep the Magic Mask tracked, speeds up the final render, and saves a lot of disk space. The last point might be crucial if you want to keep project files for possible client edits, but don't have terabytes of storage to wait on huge Magic Mask cache file. If you found this video useful, please hit the like button and consider subscribing for more DaVinci Resolve content. By the way, if you want to know how to fix slow rolling flicker for free, watch this video next.